The top 5 things that you really need to know when building a house that the other builders won't tell you, but is going to save you thousands. My name is Chris Baptista. I am the owner and director of Homes by CMA. We've nearly built 1,000 homes and are one of the biggest home builders in Queensland. Number 1, soil test. Most large home builders start off with what's called an S-class soil classification. So S-class is the least expensive type of slab you can have, which is how they appear cheap. So as soon as you pay your deposit with a builder is going to organize a soil test. So what you have to be mindful is once you get that soil test back, that's when they will charge you the extra cost to upgrade from an S-class to an H1, for example. So ideally, the best thing you can do is before you pay your soil test, ask your home builder what would the extra cost be if you were to upgrade to those different types of soil. At least it makes it transparent and the builders can't then overcharge once you receive that soil test. Number 2, contour survey. A contour survey shows you exactly how much slope is on your block. The more slope is on your block, the more costly the build is going to be. Now what happens is some builders take advantage of this by charging you a lot of money for peerings that are not necessarily required. So the best thing to do is first of all understand that survey and understand the sub-levels. Is it half a meter deep here? Is it a meter deep? And understand what the builder is telling you and feel free to ask questions. You really have to understand what they say. The second thing you can do is actually take that survey and take the soil test and get different quotes from other builders. They should be able to quote based on a survey and the soil test you already have, and if they say they can't, something's not right. So by doing those things, you should be able to save quite a few thousands and make sure that you don't get overcharged in a survey. Number 3, inclusions. The inclusion shows exactly what is included in your new home, which is why it's really important that you go through line by line and understand what is included, but also what is excluded. For example, council fees, driveways, tiles to the alfresco. You really want to make sure you understand what is included and what is excluded. The next thing you want to be mindful of is the word allowance. By the time you get to contract signing stage, you really want to make sure that the word allowance is not shown on your inclusions, because what happens is it gives the builder power to increase the cost and there's not much you can do about it. And the final point is, whatever you verbally say to your new home consultant, you really have to make sure that this is on your inclusion. Never rely on what you verbally say to your new home consultant because it will lead you to problems. Number 4, plans. The builder will build your house based on the house plans that have been signed. Therefore, you really have to make sure that you go through those plans very carefully. And I usually tell clients you go through room by room and page by page and look at every single detail on those plans. And again, if you have questions, you really need to ask because you want to know everything that is on those plans. Number 5, the color selection and the upgrades. And that's where a lot of the big builders are going to make a lot of money because they charge you on things that you must have in your house. So ideally what you want to do is before you even pay a deposit, do a bit of a wish list and look at the things you really want so that by the time you pay a deposit, you know exactly how much you have to pay. A lot of those big builders are going to try to convince you to pay a deposit and then get onto a color selection so that you can look into the upgrades. But that's the wrong way of doing things because you're going to end up paying a lot more than you actually need. So here it is, the top 5 things to watch when building a house. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope this is gonna save you thousands and help you pick the right builder. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram for more helpful tips like this one.